right. Hey, Mike Draco first in the house tonight. Good to see you here, Mike. Hey, everybody. This is Chris with Cycle Source Magazine. I'm in the Source Mobile Command Center. We're getting ready to go live with another fantastic show. The Motorcycle Cannonball Chronicles, a show that celebrates the world's greatest antique motorcycle race, the riders, the teams, the whole story right here. In just 5 minutes, we're going live. Brad Kilpatrick, good to see you here. Jeremy Sather. Mustafa, man, haven't seen you in a little bit. How you doing? Hey, make sure you throw up your location where you guys are watching from. We'd love to give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit the like and share button. As Jason says, mash it. Mash the like and share buttons. Help us get this program out all over the two-wheel universe. We're going live in just 4.5 minutes. Stick around. Gotta say hi to Roger Green, the Wolverine, Keith Kronoff from Amish Country, Harry Piney, Chris Simmons, number 89 in the house. She made it. Walter Bronowski, Rainy, New Jersey. Jason Holman, Lakeland, Florida. Jason, High Voltage Holman. High Octane Holman. He's just high. Get ready for Fandango. Randy Neal. Man, that's going to be a fantastic event. Nancy Weems, good evening from Florida. Nancy, congratulations on the end of that incredible journey you guys were on. Derek Webster, Ontario, Canada. Mike Draco, Cincinnati, representing. Derek Webster, Walt Lumpkin, Georgia. That's fantastic. About the dial in, love two wheels, question. Two men that amazing started Chopper Town. Yes, sir. Steve Henderson, Pasco, Washington. Rusty Ullman from Georgia. Man, so many of you guys, I can't even keep up tonight. Lloyd Benson, New York, Buffalo, New York. Mark Tatum, rider number 26 from South Florida. Jeremy Sather, Minnesota. Randall Ray from Maine. All right, man, fantastic. You guys are killing it tonight. Mexico City. Edgar, good to see you, man. Oh, thank you, Pat, so much. Pat Fitzgerald, Chris Callan, thanks for all you do. Hey, this is a pleasure. I have a blast here. Fantastic stories that we get to be part of, man, and taking you guys on this ride. No problem for us. 2.5 minutes. Kick back, relax, grab something cold to drink. Motorcycle Cannonball Chronicles are getting ready to go live. Oh, my man, Richard Campbell, have a 6-pack of Georgia brewed beer. We'll pick it up on the way through. Nancy Keener checking in from Maryland. Right on, Mustafa. Good to see you, buddy. Rob Nussbaum's here. Well, I certainly hope so. Nancy Williams reminds us it's beautiful, 80 degrees. It sure is. It's going to be hard to start making that trip back north. Oh. Just 1 minute, 30 seconds, we're going live. We're short time now. I want to thank all you guys one more time for being here with us. It's fantastic. Going to be a great show tonight, as always. And a minute and a half, we're going live. Steve Broyles, Poppy B, in from Detroit, checking in from the big city. Beth Nussbaum, Rainy, New Jersey, but at least it's not snow. You got that right. Okay, looks like we're coming down the home stretch. We're ready to hit the 30-second mark. That means it's time to get this one out of the shed and up onto the road. Let's go live with this week's installment of the Motorcycle Cannonball Chronicles. Here we go.
Hey, guess what? It's Wednesday. We're back. Another episode of
Hump
Cannonball
Day.
Chronicles. Heck yeah. So I missed you guys since last Wednesday. Actually, it just felt like it was yesterday, really. Um, so yeah, been a busy week here. And let me kind of talk about what we've been doing. So we've been kind of just really getting prepared for the chase. We're preparing to send an email out to all the pre-registered riders tomorrow, just kind of coming up with what you should expect come April 1st when we open the registration. And, just giving you a little bit of information and insight and what you're going to need. And yeah, hopefully it'll be good. So got a lot of interest in the event so far. We're super excited. Just signed the last contract today with the Secret City, so we're excited with that. We're ready to roll. We're ready to do registration and get going on this thing. So other than that, nothing else going on. Let me bring in my co-host, Mr. Robbie Nussbaum. What's happening?
Hey, Jason, how's it going, buddy?
It's going. I'm actually a little tired today. Just not really feeling myself a little bit. Been some long days the last few days, so.
Tell me about rats.
Oh, dude.
What do you know about rats?
They've been killing me. They've been killing my damn vehicles too. So just this last week, I found that they actually gotten some pack rats in all three of my Cannonball transit vans, the ones that we use for the event. So I've been waging war, trying to stop these guys from taking over and ruining more stuff. So
yeah, take a look at Jason's Facebook page, everybody, when you get a chance, and you'll see what he's been going through. They are stuffing his motor full of foreign objects.
Yeah, it's all cactuses. So it's it's had me a little stressed out the last few days, but hopefully I'm gonna get them.
I saw your care package arrive today. That was pretty funny.
Oh, that's just number one. I got three shipments coming of stuff. So
I talked to Cole earlier about the chase. He's all in.
Nice.
Yeah. I said, what are you going to ride? He goes, I haven't figured it out yet. I'm either going to ride the 31 or I'm going to ride the 36. I haven't figured it out yet.
So, heck yeah. Must be a good problem to have.
Yeah, I guess. What are you going to ride?
Good question. Good question.
Velda?
I'm going to keep that a secret too. I may show up on a Kraka.
Braka. You got a quiz for us tonight or not?
I do. So here's what's going to happen. In light of the cross-country chase coming up, our guest tonight is from the first annual cross-country chase. I am going to get you guys prepared, the people that are out there watching tonight, get you prepared of what some of the things you might see on the cross-country chase. So we are going to have trivia night. Ooh. And just in good fun, the people that answer it right correctly the first time, I am going to send you a cross-country chase sticker pack. So how about we do the first one?
Go for it.
All right. Since I will be riding a Crocker on this cross-country chase, I want to know where Crocker motorcycles originated from. What city were they created in?
And while people are thinking about that, Cole says, I don't know. I might maybe the 33. I can't decide.
I think you should ride the 35 BLDD.
That's what I think, but he's going to keep that a secret.
Huh.
Shame about Donnie, though, don't you think, Cole?
No.
That's just a little inside story there.
So
anyway,
lots of secrets for the chase. So People can
Lots
keep
of secrets.
lots of secrets.
We had a fun day here on Monday. I just posted the video. We had a 17 motor here that a customer brought in. He built himself. And then he said to us, I'm not really confident. I want you guys to tear it all apart and just go through it and make sure. I'm a little nervous. So he tore it apart. The guy actually did a pretty good job on it. But Ryan found a few little things, took it apart, put it all back together. And I posted a video, and then we ran it with our test carb. But the video is actually with his carburetor. It's an HX Schebler, the original carb. And Ryan, the video shows it with that running on it. After we had it running on the test carb, he said, see if you can get my carb to work. Because we weren't sure all the pieces and parts there. We just want to make sure the motor was running first. So that video is up, and if you folks get a chance, go to my Facebook page and you can see that thing running. It purrs pretty nice.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we're hoping to have a 29 in the bench soon, and God willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll have a 12 running pretty soon.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. So we got a lot of stuff going on here, and I pulled out a whole bunch of carburetor bodies that were sitting in drawers all over the place in different places, and started stripping them all apart. I'm going to build a carburetor. I don't know what that was.
I don't either.
That weren't no carburetor. Oh, here, Chris, you're the best. Here we go. So that's actually a 13 single we did a couple weeks ago for one of the Cannonballers, and he came up and picked it up. That's Bert's.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Bert came up, picked that up, and whatever.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but the the 17 sounds pretty cool too. Anyways, that's enough of that.
I seen we had a winner.
We got a winner.
It was quick too, boy. These guys are flipping fast. So I seen that Roger Green,
the Wolverine.
Yeah, he was the first one. The correct answer was Los Angeles.
Beautiful.
Heck yeah. So that's the kind of questions. Actually, on our tests, they're not exactly like this because we do try to help you out a little bit. They are either multiple choice or true and false. So, you can get a good educated guess.
There's also a musical connection to Crocker, which Chris Simmons knows. Maybe she can chime in to tell us that one. So, yeah, did you know that?
It's not coming to my brain right now.
All right. Well, let's hope Chris will chime in. And if she doesn't know it, she'll go ask Pat, and Pat will tell us.
Oh, there you go.
All right. And then there's a message here for you from Lisa Landers and Nancy Weems. They offered up some cats to help you combat your rat problem.
I'm taking all of them.
Taking them all.
Actually, my buddy Eric Herman gave me a pretty good one. The artist Eric Herman. He told me to go get an owl. Now, a freaking owl is way cooler than a cat.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for an owl. Anybody out there got owls? Hit me up.
You can't train a cat, and you can't train an owl, so I'd say about the same.
Yeah. So
and Chris says chickens too.
Chickens.
Chickens.
I'll eat them damn things.
Or a mean old rooster.
Right.
Hey, listen, man, that's no joke. If you've ever seen a group of chickens go after barn mice or barn rats, it's brutal. It's like dinosaurs eating, man.
Huh, I've never seen that.
Well, you got enough room for chickens, don't you?
Yeah, but I'll eat those dang things. They
Yeah,
ain't
puts
gonna
a
last very long.
new meaning to Jason's Chicken Ranch.
Hey, this is family friendly.
Family friendly.
Hey, you know what? We got a freaking great show tonight, Rob. Our guest tonight is Killer. You know, this week and next week, or last week, this week, and a couple of shows coming up, we are featuring all guys from the cross country chase, just to get people excited and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. It's, he started talking to us in the pre-show, and I said, save it because this is good stuff. So we saved it for you folks out there to listen to. So
Nice.
we hope you'll enjoy. I want to say hi to Karen and Lloyd out there. Of course, Cole, Nancy Weems, Chris Simmons. We got a nice full house tonight. This is cool.
Heck yeah.
Cole wants to know if you're really riding a Crocker. Of course you are, right?
It's a secret.
So we have go ahead.
I'll send them some pictures later.
We have a regular segment coming up that we know you're all sitting there waiting for. So let's get together with 1,000 words.
Well, hi, y'all.
Howdy.
You know, every week I tell myself I'm not going to say y'all.
And yet you did.
Hey,
I think we lost Rebecca.
I think we did.
Dang.
The y'all was the overload.
Yeah.
Wait, she's back.
That ain't gonna do it.
She's back.
Hey, should we do another trivia real quick?
Let's roll the pre-roll again.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I won't say the Y word.
Say howdy.
So, okay. Anyway, back to the video. So in the last few months, I've had this issue where I've tried to go through and find footage before the show of the guest that's in the show. And I keep having the same problem over and over and over again, where I might find a little bit, but I know I've got this other footage, and what did I do with it? What day were we? Which cannonball were we on, or chase? You know, I can't always remember, and I don't have all of it. I'm not as meticulous as Michael is. So this week, so Roger Green was on last week, and he talked about the primary and all that. And the whole time he's talking about that, I'm thinking, I was there. I know I witnessed this. Why couldn't I have found the footage? Well, of course, I go to get some footage to put together for this week. And what do I find? The footage of Roger and some other people. But I finally just given in to the idea that my video will probably be of whoever was on last week, because I can never find it before they're on, and I always seem to find it after they're on. So without further ado, let's roll that video. I got here at the end of it, I guess, huh?
Oh, they're still working on them. This one needed maintenance, and now everybody's doing it.
Oh, okay.
Right away. Seen right away.
Howdy.
Hi. Are y'all having fun?
Oh,
Did you
we're
put
having a great
sunscreen on?
I need to put some more on. Whose gloves are these?
Oh,
only had about 3 screws in it, sitting there vibrating.
So you're gonna run that open primary thing happening, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be able to keep an eye on the belt.
Well, I've got an extra chain, but I don't want to have to.
Me and Polly
I don't
were
have a
riding
chain brake.
in Istanbul, and her bike spit the chain, and the traffic was so bad I could see the chain and I couldn't get to it, and trucks were just running over it, and it just, I had to jump on my bike and go find another chain.
Yeah. I guess running 58 miles an hour, a little vibration, you know. But this time I get to go past Mike Carson again and yell. He likes that.
Two-cylinder.
Somebody hits it.
Can you push around me or well, let's back up?
It might not start because it's embarrassing them shoes you're wearing.
Yeah, no shit. I don't know about that. Shit.
That would have been the case.
Once I get rolling, guys, I'm just getting going, but I appreciate the push.
Yeah.
I'll go slow so you can catch up. He does like to rock the Crocs.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Alright, Jesus.
More
You got
the
the brakes
merrier.
on?
Watch that pop.
That was a pig.
It was a
I've seen a
wombat.
lot of dead
What a
hogs
crew,
on
huh?
the road
What a
this
crew.
trip.
I love the adventures.
Are we having fun yet?
Were they pushing an Indian?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh God. So that was pretty interesting stuff. Roger last week was talking about the loose primaries. That's very neat, Rebecca, that you got that, you know. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, I luck out once in a while. I do.
I see you got JJ in there, and
There's
I
actually
think-
a good video that JJ did while Rebecca was filming that. I think it's on our YouTube
Yeah.
channel that you can see that that particular episode, and so you would see some cross reference in there.
wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool stuff, though. You know, I mean, that you really get a feel for the chase, what's going on, and it's interesting. Everybody is there to kind of help each other. You know, it's like you didn't see bikes flying by, and of course, there's Doug doing the commentary. Is Doug in every video?
On the chase, he's in a lot of the footage, just because we were.
That's right.
at
You
the
guys
end,
were
you know,
together.
he was the guy who was riding with me on the tail end of stuff. So but there are a lot of days where he's not there. It just so happens that the last couple times I've pulled footage up, it's been that day, and that day he and I rode. We actually rode together. I guess those last 3 or 4 days we rode together quite a bit, and there were several incidents where guys were broke down and we stopped, and he was helping him with some advice and tools and stuff, and I did what I do, which is, you know, document all of it, right? So yeah, that particular day, I think there's 4 different roadside fixes that we got, and I may do the next one next week I'm not. Okay, never mind, I'll figure something out. You'll see it eventually.
All kidding aside, though, I mean, Doug was a big help. I mean, you heard it at the end. When I got there at the end of the chase, you heard that Doug was a big help to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
He is.
and
He will make jokes and make fun of you no matter who you are, but he will also be there helping you no matter who you are.
yeah, Doug has
So
that.
he's pretty good about that.
He has a rapier sharp wit. that Doug.
Yes, he does.
Heck yeah.
So, Jason, I think maybe let's take a break. We'll run some commercials here. Take care of our sponsors. And if you point up over your left shoulder, you can show some of the people who our sponsors are.
I'm not falling for that this week.
It's your left shoulder, Jason.
This one.
There you go. And we want to thank Banks Gas Services for bringing us here to the Banks Gas Studios. So let's roll those commercials, and we'll see you on the other side. Stick around, folks.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm with Banks Brothers Motorcycles. One of the things I want to show you today is our new improved engine puller.
The changes to this machine has been in the arms and in the hands. We put heim joints in the hand to allow rotation of the engine, which makes it easier to get it in and out of the frame. With the angle change, we have equal clamping pressure on them. And over here we have what's called the posi lock, which allows this to be locked in place and the engine can't swing from side to side.
And we're going to show you just how easy it is to pull the motor out of the bike right now. George is actually going to come in, make contact with the cylinders, tighten it down, and he'll pull it out of there.
You lift it up, rotate it, and bring the assembly out of the frame. You see the motor starting to move, and it centers itself. This allows no side play once the motor's in place, and it keeps it safe. It can't fall out.
Visit BanksBrothersMotorcycles.com to order your Banks lift.
She made me feel alive. She made me feel alive. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Groovy.
Yeah.
Great sponsors, man. Great sponsors.
Heck yeah.
Tom Banks with the tightening it down and moving to. You've been playing with your Banks lift?
I want to. No, I haven't. I've been too busy. But I want to know. I want to know what Tom Banks is in Florida.
I want to know if Tom Banks is crashing the show tonight.
I don't know.
I heard a rumor he might be crashing the show.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
So,
but
hey, how about before we get into our guest, we do one more trivia question? Because I want to give away some stickers. I know you guys love stickers.
It's up to you.
And guess what? If you don't win, you can always buy them online.
Where can I get those, Jason?
Hey, you can get them at cannonballstore.com or motorcyclecannonball.com, or you can actually buy them right off of Facebook or Instagram. So
cool.
Yeah.
Hey, did Chris Simmons get back to us with the answer to the music connection? Or did anybody out there know the answer to the music connection?
No. I think everybody forgot. They're stumped.
Chris, you're out there. Give us the answer.
All right, so let's go here. I want to know what year was the very first 3-speed transmission in a Harley Davidson? And go. I'm sure this is going to be an easy one. This should be really easy. No, nobody yet.
Chris Simmons just gave us the answer.
Oh, guitar picks?
Pickups.
Oh, dude,
Big
she just
speed.
won, too. I'm sending her some stickers. She's
There
all
you
over.
go. She's all over it.
Chris, I'm sending you some stickers. I know
But
Chris loves stickers.
Chris does love stickers. And Matt Miller got edged out by just that much. That much. Her teammate,
oh, yeah.
her buddy, Matt Miller, got edged out on stickers.
Heck yeah. Hey, you know what? We got a really great guest. We should probably get to it because we're way over
Let's do it.
time of jacking around. We should have brought this guy in a few minutes ago. So,
And he's been patient and he's a great guest. So let's
yeah,
do
absolutely.
this.
Hey there, Mike. What's happening?
Hey, how you doing? Good to be on. Good to be on.
Yeah.
Rider number 48. I love that. That worked out good for you, huh?
Well, that was kind of the plan. I tried to register as early as I could so that I could get the number that matched the year of my motorcycle.
Beautiful.
For those of you guys out there that don't know, our guest tonight is Mike Gables, and he was in the inaugural cross-country chase in 2019, where we went from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, down to Key West, Florida. He's making reference to his motorcycle, the 1948 Harley Panhead. Let's kind of just start there. I mean, I love to hear about motorcycles, and let's talk about your 48 Panhead.
Okay. I acquired the motorcycle in 1995, and I've owned it ever since. We have a few motorcycles, so I didn't ride it exclusively, but I saved it for the trips that I really wanted to go on the old bike. And really, yeah, there it is, number 48. So, what I like doing, I joined the AMCA because I met some folks at a motor maid convention, because my wife Jennifer is a motor maid, and they told me about the AMCA, and they told me about the road rallies that are put on by the various chapters of the AMCA. And so I started trying to attend those as often as possible. In fact, I think, Jason, I met you at the Fandango down in Texas in April.
That's right.
Because I remember that was where I think you bought your bike down there, the one you had.
I did, yeah, I did. I got it at the Fandango.
Yeah. So the first one we did was a road rally up in Lake Tahoe, where I launched my transmission. That was the first one I did, but it's all good. We took care of that business, and then my friend Pigpen, affectionately known as Pigpen, is the president of the Las Vegas chapter of the AMCA, and he's the guy that actually told me about the chase, that the chase was going to happen, and So the rest is history, and I signed up for that, and looking forward to the next one. I've already,
Heck yeah.
I'm already planning on doing a better job of what I pack and how I outfit the motorcycle, so I don't look like Jed Clampett going down the road with a milk
It's always
crate, right?
amazing to see somebody that does kind of their first endurance ride, whether it be on an event or, just riding with your buddies, of kind of really what everybody packs and how much you pack and really how much you don't use,
Well, you're good till you're not, and then if you have the parts, you'll be able to fix it. If you don't,
Right.
you're out.
So what do you think that you pack, or let's talk about, what do you think you overpacked?
Well, I overpacked. I think I overpacked tools. I had every frickin' wrench that every size known to man, and honestly, I think half of the wrenches I had, I didn't even have that size bolt on or nut on the motorcycle. So I think this time I will be more. I'll take a better look at that. I packed, everything that I didn't use was overpacked at the end of the day. So I had tubes for the tires, and I had brushes for the generator, and I had all this stuff that if you need it, you need it. And luckily I didn't. I didn't really I really didn't have much mechanic. The biggest mechanical issue I had was one night in Chattanooga. I was laying out in the parking lot, rebuilding my exhaust system because it had kind of rattled apart. And so I had to take it apart, put it back together, and then hurry up and get dressed, because that was the night that Michael was taking the portraits, right?
All right.
At least that was the night I ended up doing it. But we used the rain gear, obviously, and it was we had all the different weather. So as far as the rain gear and the coat and all that stuff, I don't think I was overpacked with any of that.
I think that's really mandatory things, I mean, I think a lot of people really kind of overpack clothes. I think that's kind of really one of the biggest things. They may try to bring 2 changes of clothes per day, and I think a lot of people find out that, you may wear the same thing 3 or 4 days in a row. So
everybody's chiming in how beautiful the bike is, Mike. How did it look at the end? I think actually we have a picture later that we'll see of it at the end. Were you doing anything as far as like cleaning the bike or what during the ride? In addition to maintenance.
Yeah, no, I really wasn't. I didn't wash it or clean it. That picture that you showed earlier was the cleanest, because that was actually, from that picture we rode up to Sault Ste. Marie. Roger Green and I rode together, and I think you saw a picture when Roger was on last week of us waiting for a ferry. But that was the cleanest the bike was for 2 weeks, right there. And we in the pre-show you were telling me you're from Oregon, is that correct?
I live in, yes, we live in Rogue River, Oregon.
Okay. And so how'd you get the bike to Michigan to ride up with Roger?
I shipped it, I used Haul Bikes, and I shipped it to Roger's dealer in Battle Creek, and then Roger picked it up, took it to his house. I flew in. We had an extra day or so, so we did a little adjustment and maintenance, and then we took off, and Roger and I left from Roger's house and rode up, and we met Jim Guilfoyle, I think probably about halfway up, and then we went on up to the to Sault Ste. Marie.
And then when we finished, those guys were riding back, and I just rode the next morning after the dinner. I rode back up to Miami. Harley Davidson had Haul Bikes pick the bike up there, ship it back to Oregon, and I flew home from there.
Heck yeah. I'm curious
So
of how you got to meet Roger.
Well, that's a great question. Roger, I think when Roger told you the story about riding his Panhead all the way to California, Roger was riding to a fellow named Timmy's house, and Timmy was having a birthday party, and Roger knew all those guys that I know, only he knew him when he was in the service and when he lived in Fairfield. And I met them at the U.S. Motorcycle Jamboree some, 15 or 20 years earlier. And it just happened that I'd always heard about Roger Green this and Roger Green that. Well, I finally got to meet him in California at Timmy's birthday party. And so that's where I met him. And then we stayed in touch. Off and on. And then because he had a Panhead, I had a couple of Panheads. And so at the end of the day, when I found out about the chase, one of the first calls I made was Roger to see if Roger was going to do it. And so, that's how it went.
Oh, heck yeah. That's so cool how people meet each other from all over the country, and actually stay in touch and all that kind of stuff. I dig that kind of stuff.
Some of our viewers want to know if you won any shows with that bike, and if the bike looked that good when you bought it.
Well, I don't think it looked quite that good when I bought it, but I've had it for what did I say, 1995. So that's 26 years, I think. 27 years.
Right.
And so as you know, with older motorcycles, you're always doing this and doing that. I replaced a number of parts that were, not correct with correct parts. And I did win a few shows with it. I kind of, at some point, you kind of quit doing that because depending on, people get mad at you if you win all the time. So
No fair.
Right. But it's not, to be clear, it's not 100% original. I mean, it's too much chrome, right? I mean, stuff like that. Some people really don't like that because they would rather see 100% Parkerized this and Parkerized that. So, it's all in the eye of the beholder, but I've always had fun with it. Yeah.
I think a person's motorcycle reflects, kind of their personality, I mean, I'm the same way. I like unique things, and, people get after me like, oh, that's not correct and this and that. And it's like, no, it's correct for me. I feel happy the way it is.
I look at it like it's a blank canvas, and it's up to you to play around with it and make it your own, right?
Right.
So, it's everybody refers to them as art, and they really are because people personalize them with their own touches and whatnot. So
right.
It's kind of nice.
Let's back up to Mr. Young Cables. I want to know and kind of get into a little bit of what got you into motorcycling.
Okay, well, my father was a lifelong motorcycist. He rode Triumphs, and he did the gypsy tours. I used to take my mother on and do the AMA gypsy tours, but he always rode Triumphs, and his deal was he would drag race them for money, drag race Harley Davidsons, and he would win. And that was his deal.
What was he drag race? You said Harley Davidsons, but do you know kind of specific what he was drag racing?
No, I don't. All I know is he was he had a chrome 100% chrome trophy, Triumph trophy, and then he had Daytonas and he had Bonnevilles. He had Triumphs all the time, and whenever he would get well, here's a story. I can remember my father in a body cast on the couch because he got run over by a dump truck, and instead of paying the doctor, he ordered a new motorcycle, and he would never let anybody put it right, and he would never let anybody put it together. So the motorcycle showed up at the house in a crate, and so he had to wait till he got better, and then he put it together. But you know, that was just what he did. He was, and I remember as a little kid, I mean, I'm talking 4 or 5 years old, being out there in the garage, and I was quote unquote helping him, and it was freezing because we were in Colorado. It was in wintertime, but it was what it was, and he loved it.
Huh. That sounds so cool. I'm just trying to picture him sitting on the couch with a full body cast, and you know, I mean, just those types of memories are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Mike, what intrigued you about getting involved with the chase? What was your motivation to get involved with the chase?
So, you know, the antique motorcycle community, you know, and my exposure to the AMCA, I mean, the people are great. They you know, I think you guys said it earlier. They're open, they're friendly, they want to help. We all have the same thing in common. May not be the same motorcycle, but or even the same brand, but it's, you know, it's old iron, and so what intrigued me about the chase was that in this case, unlike the Cannonball, you weren't allowed to have a crew, you weren't allowed to have a guy pulling a trailer with a machine shop in it or parts or any of that. You had to, it was, you know, man, and there were some women as well, but it was man or woman and their machine. And, you know, you made it or you didn't based on, you know, the reliability, the what you prepared for, and probably a lot of luck. Certainly following those scrolled directions was right. A little bit, especially for somebody that never did it before. It was a challenge. You know, I learned a lot that first time. I think the second time will be better. Not
easier.
Pardon?
Not easier.
No, not easier. Better. Yeah. And honestly, I didn't think I did bad. I ended up, you know, 23rd, which for an old man that had never done it before, I thought that was pretty good. The fact that I did all the miles, right, as well. So
nice.
I felt pretty good. I felt pretty good.
It's an accomplishment.
Yeah, even considering that, you know, your motorcycle probably handicapped one of the highest, being the last year of the cutoff, bigger displacement. So to really, out of the 80 some riders that we had, to end up in 28th place with, you know, probably one of the least handicapped motorcycles is pretty impressive.
Well, the two guys I rode with ended up 2nd and 5th, I think. So, and I rode with them every mile. So, you know, the tests were obviously a challenge as well. You know,
it does. I mean, to me, the test is fun. I try to make it exciting. Like I was saying the other night, you know, it's a lot to just try to get people involved in keeping tradition of history of motorcycling, and then also the geography of it. You know, I'm wanting these riders to kind of open their eyes, pay attention to the roads that we're on, what we're seeing, instead of just really being, you know, tunnel visioned. And
right.
you know, and then get to know the cities that we're in, because, you know, a lot of times on these events, it's like, I don't remember where I was. I don't remember that. And this was just kind of change it a little bit,
Well,
because
we know
a
how
lot of
you
these
feel
places we were
about.
going to, I mean, they are very, very historic. So, and they all have some kind of neat history to them.
Right.
We know how you feel about the test, Jason. Let's hear how Mike feels about the test.
I if I could ever figure out how many railroad tracks we crossed between that point A and point B that day, I would have, if I would have known to count railroad tracks, that would have been helpful. Or when you went into Illinois, what county did you come into the state on? For a guy from Oregon, I mean, I would have never in a million years thought of looking for that. But I tell you what, after that day, I was looking at what county I was in all the time, and then you never ask that again. And then the one about the
Mike. So has it changed the way you look at when you're riding now, though? Do you think about any of that stuff when you're riding? Like, has it changed the way you look at the scenery around you?
Well, honestly, I think it does. I think for me, when I'm going on a trip, like my wife and I will ride across the United States, and we'll ride on the modern bikes, and that's a whole different animal than riding on 2 lanes on an older bike. But we do that too. So I think it's different depending on what you're riding. If you're riding on a couple of old panheads and you're just you're just out for a putt, then you're paying more attention. Number one, you're trying to keep from getting run over by some idiot that isn't
You're right.
right. That isn't watching
ask
what they're
Mike
doing.
Russo about that.
Right. And by the way, that was an Indian we were pushing in that video.
Of course it was.
Yeah. Okay. Just for the record.
So you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, and we kind of went a little bit different direction, but you talked about kind of a pre-manative getting ready for the event. I'd kind of like to know, really, what did you do to prepare for the event mechanically?
Okay. Well, you start to think about, well, what could go wrong? Well, first thing I did was I changed the tires with new tires, new tubes. I even though I carried generator brushes, I rebuilt the generator. I points, plugs, obviously, adjust the brakes. Actually, Roger and I rebuilt the linkage for the rear brake at Roger's house. But you just try to do as if you've got frayed cables or any of that stuff, right? Cables has cables, but you
cables.
Right? So anything that, I mean, it's just common sense. If something looks like it's worn or is if it's not 100%, I was going to try to fix it or do the preventive maintenance on it to make sure that I had done everything I could do to not have a particular part fail. It's a crapshoot, but the more you do, the more prepared you are. I think you cut down on the odds of failure. So that's all I tried to do.
Well, Mike, we have some photos here that you supplied to us, but why don't you run us through these photos and tell us a little bit about what we're taking a look at? So bring up the first one and we'll take a look at this.
Well, this was one of the roadside stops where we were taking the quiz.
Bikers with clipboard, we call this.
Yeah. And it was if I looked on the day-by-day thing, I could probably tell you we were between point A and point B, but it was towards the end. It was probably the last third or maybe the 7th day, something like that.
Cool.
I don't remember exactly.
It all gets to be a blur after a while.
Right.
And let's go to the next shot and see what we got here.
Okay, so this is in Milwaukee at the Harley Museum, and you'll see that I have the word Milwaukee on my hat and my shirt. And the reason for that is that there's a company called Milwaukee Tool, which I think probably everybody's heard of. The business that I've got the business that I'm in is a business that utilizes a lot of Milwaukee equipment and tools, and they actually sponsored me for the chase. And if I could, I'd shout out to Bill Hughes and Ron Shanover, which are the two guys that I deal with mostly at Milwaukee. And Bill was in a position to sponsor me on the.
That's nice.
Case.
Nice to have a sponsor for an event like that.
Heck yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
Especially Milwaukee, they are great.
I got a quick question going back to what you were talking about, overpacking. Now, I saw a milk crate on the back of your bike. It's not a bread tray, Chris. A milk crate. And you said you overpacked. It didn't look like you had way too much stuff. Was there, I mean, you had saddlebags and a milk crate, right?
I don't think that I overpacked. I think the question was, what didn't you use? And I didn't use a lot of stuff that I had because I didn't need it. But honestly, that's the Jed Clampett version, and I'm actually.
Well, there's no rocking chair up there, so you're okay.
No, but I'm in the process right now of getting ready for the mini chase, and I have secured bigger bags, and I have secured a older early shovelhead tour pack. And
the little one.
So, yeah, the little one. So so at least my stuff will be out of the rain, and that's the plan for the mini chase.
Okay, so we have a video here you supplied that maybe will show us how top heavy you were or were not. Let's take a look at let's roll the videotape. No sweat.
That was in Milwaukee, and it was raining. It was going to be raining all day, but that was just leaving at the start in the morning in Milwaukee.
I remember that kind of was a little bit of a miserable day, rain-wise.
Yeah. Well,
Do you have a favorite memory and a worst memory of the chase?
I think my favorite memory, a little bit, that bridge that we went over with the wooden slats for God knows how long that was. And I don't remember the name of the bridge. Was probably
Cannonball Wabash Bridge.
The Wabash Bridge, yeah, the Wabash Cannonball Bridge. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's very cool. Memorable.
And I think, not that I was scared of heights, but when we went over the Mackinac Bridge, it was wet, it was raining, and if you got on the steel grating, it was you were slipping around a little bit, and I thought that
little unnerving, huh?
Well, you just didn't want to. You didn't want to have a problem on that bridge. But honestly, I had the time of my life. I really didn't have any negative moments, period.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
So you kind of been hinting. I mean, we didn't really come out and say it, but you're bringing the 48 back to the next event.
I got 48 on my Cannonball jersey. So yeah.
I'm talking to 48 Panhead.
I know, but I'm going to bring a jersey too. Unless I got to put a red line across the 48 and put another number above it.
No. So no, we're let's one thing we haven't talked about is and it's on our notes here is you and your wife always riding all the time, and her being a motor maid and riding all the time. Let's touch on that a little bit of, how long she's been in the motor maids and what you guys going to do for riding.
She has, that's the motor maids in Lakewood or whatever it was in Florida. I forget the name of the town. But those were some motor maids that apparently got wind of the fact that one of the motor maids' husbands was in the chase, and they showed up at that dealership, Lakeland, I guess it was. And so we took a picture, but my wife's coming up on 10 years and getting ready to get her lifetime membership thing in the motor maids. And honestly, she's been to all these conventions, and as I was able to, because of work, I would ride with her. Went to up in Canada, Moncton, Canada. We rode there and back. We rode to Ohio and back one year, New Mexico and back one year. And this year we were going to go, I think we still might go to Massachusetts, and we were going to go up to Newport, Oregon, at the Pacific Ocean, and ride the 20, US 20, all the way across the US to Massachusetts, and then she was going to go to the convention. So we're not sure if they're going to be able to do it based on the COVID, but so the plan was going to be, and here's, the best laid plans. We have 3 or 4 different options here, but the plan was going to be, I was going to ride with her on the 20 all the way to just south of Roger's house, peel off, go get my Panhead with Roger, and ride down to Missouri, do the mini chase, ride back to Rogers, and then I was going to meet her in Baltimore, and then we're going to ride from there to Disney World in Florida with Mike Nobile and Cheryl North, and she's a motor maid too, and then we were going to ride home from Florida on our modern bikes, and I was going to ship my Panhead to and from Rogers again. If they don't do, and if they don't do the convention, she wants to volunteer, Jason, in case, because she wants to come down, follow Roger and I down, and Jim Guilfoyle, and at any rate, she's going to do something for that week, and then we're going to ride back to Rogers, and then we're going to carry on and go to Baltimore.
She hasn't talked you into getting a bike for her?
I tried to talk her into doing that, but she's not up for that yet. I actually have a 59 Cushman Eagle, which might qualify as the smallest displacement. And
that would be killer.
I was thinking.
Hey, I gotta break in here, Mike. Stay with us a second.
Okay.
We got some breaking news here. I got to go back to the studio for this. Chris Callan, can you come in? Chris Callan.
All right, we're here.
Are you the reporter on the street? What do we got there? Oh my God!
Look at that!
Oh my God! Is the camera going to break or what?
We are joined with royalty tonight.
Guys, what's happening?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's up, Shaky?
Florida.
Daytona Beach.
Yeah.
What's happening, man?
Tom, you're like a week late.
Hey, I'm here though. Better late than never.
Tom, you got your shorts with you?
Well, of course I have shorts.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Banks and Dave Perowitz. How did we get so lucky? What are you guys doing down there?
Oh, we're vacationing.
Yeah.
It got too cold at home, so
Yeah.
we decided to take a break and get some sun for a couple days.
Must be nice.
We'll let you know what we're doing. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Secret mission.
Who's
I smell secret
Who's
mission.
running the asylum?
That's hard to say.
Where's the G-Man? No G-Man?
Nah, G-Man couldn't do it, man. He didn't have the 4 days.
No, but wait, they're in the official vehicle.
Yeah, we are in the chase truck. You know what that means.
Oh, there you go.
They're
Oh,
chasing.
so there's a big picture of Tom rolling through Florida. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
You know, when the chase truck's involved, there's a reason.
There's a reason the chase truck is involved.
There's a reason it's involved. There's a reason it's here. We'll have to see how that plays out tomorrow.
And is there a reason that Dave is involved with that too?
Absolutely.
Don't tell me Dave Perowitz is going to ride the chase.
Hey, man, Dave Perowitz is switching over with the antique gang, man. He likes hanging out.
Can I get an amen?
So is this a breaking news story? Is Dave Perowitz going to enter the chase?
No. I haven't gone that far yet.
Hey, since we got Dave here, let's do a quick trivia question, because I know he likes this kind of stuff. Let's tell me what year the first Sportster was from Harley Davidson.
Ooh.
Well, the first Sportster was 57.
Oh, Dave, you're supposed to let the people at home do it.
New question.
Okay.
Next question.
Dave,
Next
Yeah.
question.
Dave, try to
I
play
thought
along
you were
with us.
testing me.
That was funny.
That one did.
Well, we'll let Dave answer this one. What year did Dave Perowitz open his shop? I don't know the answer, so don't answer that, Dave. We're
Okay,
gonna see
all
if
right, I won't
anybody's...
answer it.
We'll see what
wait.
if somebody can guess what year Perowitz opened their shop. And what was
And
it was actually what was it called? Perowitz. What was it called? I can't
Cycle
remember.
Cycle Fab, baby.
Cycle Fab.
Yeah.
There you go.
But now let me ask you, is that question, is it when did I officially start working on motorcycles as far as for a full-time job, or when did I officially open my first store?
The
Okay?
Brockton store.
Yeah, the Brockton store. Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right, so what
so
year was the Brockton
you can
store
if you're not going to stick around, you can whisper the answer to Chris Cowan, and he can tell us what it is, so we can tell who the winner
Well,
is.
we'll hang here for a few minutes.
Okay.
We don't have a problem with that,
All right.
right, Tom?
Absolutely.
So how long are you guys going to stay down there?
Not too long.
Not too long.
Tight-lipped. Tom, you're teaching them that.
Mum's the word right now, guys. Mum's the word. We may have an announcement tomorrow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Is Jody enter into this whole scenario here or what?
Not this one. Not quite.
No, Jody's
Okay.
back running the
She's
shop.
holding the fort back there
Right,
so Dave can
exactly.
gallivant. That's what's happening there.
Yeah.
I think she's the one painting back there right now, but hey,
Yeah.
it's all good. We're
All right, so you guys hang out for a few minutes. We're going to go back to Mike, and then hopefully somebody will give us an answer. Somebody said 57. I think that's a little too early, unless that was a
Yeah, I
sports
think
car.
so.
Steve Broyle says 71.
Nope.
Okay. All right, we'll come back to you. Marge, if you would, in our studio here, keep an eye on some of the answers here for us. And we're going to go back to Mike Cables for a few minutes, and we'll come back to you guys at the end. Mike, you still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Jason, you have a question for Mike? I have a couple, but.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
All right. So Mike, how old were you when you got started? And then the other thing I want to know is, when did you get into antique motorcycles?
When I got started, you mean when I first rode a motorcycle?
Yeah, what guy? Well, you said your dad had motorcycles.
Yeah, it was my dad. My dad put me on a motorcycle. We were on a family trip. My dad, the way he did it, there were 5 of us, 5 kids and my mom in a station wagon. And my dad was smart enough to be riding the motorcycle in front of the wife in the station wagon. So he he actually got tired. He got tired
That's
and
awesome.
drug me out of the car and put me on his Triumph and said, "Here's how you shift it. Here's how you brake it. Here's how you apply the brakes, and be careful and go." So I took off on this mid 60s Triumph and had never ridden a motorcycle before. And we were out in Colorado on a 2-lane road, and I just took off and left him. And by the time I finally, after quite a ways, I pulled over and stopped because I didn't see him anywhere. And when they finally got to me, my mother was just hysterical because
Not happy, huh?
No, she was
Not
not
a happy
happy.
camper.
So that's how I got started. And what was the other half of that question?
Antique motorcycles.
Okay. Now it's an antique. I bought a Shovelhead new in '83. It wasn't an antique when I bought it, but I still own that bike. And then in '95, I bought a 48 and a 65 Panhead for my wife and I. And that's pretty much when we got into the old stuff, was 95.
Cool. What was the first antique bike you bought?
It was the 48.
Oh, so you've had that a long time, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
And what did the 48 look like when you got it?
It looked a lot like it does now, only over the years you repair things and you replace parts. That what I was doing was I was trying to buy OEM stuff to replace the stuff that was on there that wasn't OEM, and so it looked a lot like it does now, but I don't know. I just think it has more representative OEM components or parts on it now than it did.
Right. I mean, to me, a 48 Panhead is probably one of the sexiest motorcycles there is anyway.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that.
Someday I'm going to own one. I've been chasing one for a while. Hopefully someday it'll come to fruition. But it's really high on my bucket list.
Well, I can see by the clock on the wall we're running out of time. Jason, if you have a few more questions for Mike, that'd be great.
Maybe we'll just kind of wrap up like I usually do every week. I mean, we kind of touched on a little bit of what your plans might be this year. You talked about, it's kind of all up in the air because of COVID and the ride and all that kind of stuff. But how about past that? I mean, what does the future hold for Mike Cables?
Well, I actually retired from my job twice now, and they keep sucking me back in. So, it's a good gig. I enjoy it, and they take good care of me. So, I would do that for a little while longer, but mainly what we're looking to do is actually ride more, go on more trips. We actually have dual sports, and we rode to Alaska one year on the dual sports, cool. And we want to do that. We want to do that again. It's all fun. It's all fun.
That's what it's about.
And I'm not getting any younger, which I don't know, depending on how old people are, I'm going to be 69 this year. So I'm trying to do things while I still can, while I'm still healthy enough to get it done. And you know, we have a lot of riding left to do.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
Very cool. Mike, I'm sure there's more to talk about, and hopefully you come back and join us again, maybe before or after the chase, and we get to hear some of your experiences from this year.
Heck
You
yeah.
bet.
I'm anxious to see if he makes that big ride.
Anytime.
Highway 20 is killer. I mean, it is killer.
Oh, that'll be, you know, we do pretty good going across like that. We'll do 500 miles a day. You know, and that we could do more, but you know, that's doable, and it, you know, without completely wrecking yourself. And but they're modern bikes. So you know, if you tried to do that on an old bike, it would really beat you up. But on the new ones, it's not too bad.
No, and it's memorable. Like I said, I mean, Highway 20, it's a great route.
Yeah.
You know, great way to get across the country. So
yeah, we're looking forward to it. I was going to tell you that I did spend on when we were in Bowling Green last year. My wife actually rode out from Oregon to Bowling Green with a couple of yeah, because it was my birthday. So she rode out to go to dinner with me on my birthday, but she couldn't stay in the hotel because that would have been breaking the rules. So they stayed. Seriously, swear to God.
Right.
So so anyway, that was a good birthday. A great birthday.
That's way cool. I think now that you say
that,
I remember that happening.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen this year.
No.
Right, Jason?
Oh, it can't, because different dates.
Nobody knows.
Oh yeah,
Well,
true.
nobody knows. Yeah, that's true.
Nobody knows where they're going to be.
Heck yeah. So,
He
all
keeps
right,
changing the rules.
Let's bring this one home. I mean, I appreciate you, Mike, coming on the show with us tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing you coming this July, along with a lot of you other guys that are tuned in tonight. Hopefully even maybe before then. You know, a couple more things coming up that are happening that we didn't get into that I usually do. April 7th, 8th, and 9th, I think, is a Texas Fandango. That'll be a great event. Hope to see a bunch of people there. Week after that is Twisted Oz Museum in Wichita, Kansas. That'll be another great event. Week after that, Ole, Pennsylvania, for that AMCA meet. So things are happening, and time to get out there and have some fun and be safe at the same time. So, you know, thanks again, Mike, for coming on the show. And like I said, hopefully we'll see you soon.
Still there, Mike?
Oh, well, we still got these guys, though.
We still got these guys. I want to say thanks to Mike if he's still there. I think we got a winner here, Dave.
Okay.
We got Mike Draco, says 1975.
Yep, that's right. Yep, Mike Drago. Mike is a watcher of our show. He's on our show every time we do a show. Mike is on there, and Mike lives locally, and he's an old customer of mine. Good guy.
Heck yeah. We should let's do a little plug for your guys' show, you and Jody's show, the Chopper show.
Do, on Mondays and Thursdays from noon to 1, Chopper History, and it's been a really fun show. You know, we have a lot of people on, and I talk about all the old days, and you know, we answer questions, and you know, it's working out pretty well.
I had a blast. I had a blast doing that show with you, Dave. It was like we were sitting in our living room, a couple of old guys just chewing the fat.
Right, I know it. talking about when you were coming up as a cameraman.
Right. Back in the old days, in my old job.
Right.
So, yeah, we had a lot of fun back then. I have a picture of you with hair and dark hair.
Yeah, really, that must have been a long time ago. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for coming in, man. It was good to see you.
Yeah, good
Hey,
to see
so-
you guys.
Thanks for having us on tonight. We appreciate it, man. We're down here having fun.
I'm gonna send Dave a little sticker pack. Since he answered the question right, I'm gonna send him this sticker right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
The whole road's clamoring for that.
Right. Yeah. Thanks, Jay.
Hey, Dave, you can put remember the full size cutout that you had of Paul Senior?
Yep.
Oh my God.
You can put that right with that.
We had that. My old friend Jimmy Leahy had that, and he lived in an old age high rise, and he had it up on like the 10th floor, hanging over the balcony. Hung up there for a long time. Yeah, I got a lot of people watching. Hey, I saw Paul Senior up on the balcony.
Oh, that's
crazy.
too much. Well, you can put Jason in the Hall of Fame with him.
Yeah, there you go. I need a whole body cutout though, Jay.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, but if you get that, you're going to get him in like a very tight bathing suit or something.
Yeah,
Be careful.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get this thing out of here. I gotta go. I'm super hungry. Haven't ate all day. I gotta go check on my rats. And anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Hey,
Get
great.
some guineas.
We have a really good show again next week, so we'll see you guys here soon.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have Stuart Ritchie from JD Jugs coming up real soon. So you guys stay tuned to hear some tech talk coming up soon on Cannonball Chronicles.
Cool. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.